Hello and welcome to today's camper van discussion, which is not actually taking place in my camper van because work's being done on it, but it's happening inside. But what I want to do today is to look at a trade fair which is going to take place next week. I'm going there. It's in Stuttgart. It's going to be held from the 13th to 21st of January 2018. It's always held from the second week of January. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to look at Mercedes's new X-Class, and that can be used with a mountable pickup unit, or demountable I should say really, and from Tisha, although it could be used with demountable units from other manufacturers as well. But what Mercedes is going to do at this trade fair, it's going to be showing something from Tisha. It's also going to be showing something from a company called Van Esser, and they've built this sort of storage unit with a kitchen. Anyway, so have a look at the photographs and see what you think. Now, I can only show you photographs and renderings because the trade fair hasn't happened yet, but if you want to see it in action, or maybe not in action, but starting at a trade fair, then come back later and have a look. Or if it's in the future, you'll just have to find it. There'll be a link somewhere. So, what can I tell you about it? Well, the idea, first of all, is of a pickup. It's very American. It's not really European at all. And as you travel around the roads of Europe, you see very few vehicles like this. I can say in my own experience on campsites, maybe less than 1%, if that, 0.5% of vehicles are like this. But in the United States, you see lots and lots. And this is clearly a difference between the American style of doing things and the one we have here in Europe, where here we've got far more roads, a far denser population. In the United States, there's a lot more of this off-roading, and I think that this is what it's all about. It's this idea of going to places which are harder to get to, and indeed Mercedes have released some photographs of a tour it did itself in Chile. So if we look at the X-Class, let's have some of the features of it to start off with. So it's got a wide track, it's got coil springs at the front and rear, long wheelbase, off-road, so that's probably what we're really interested in at the moment. It will deliver a lot of power. 2 4-cylinder engines. It's got 120 kilowatts of power, and this will burn approximately 7.5 litres to 100 kilometers of fuel, approximately, because obviously that depends on what you're doing. Now you can have it either in a rear-wheel drive, or you can have an engageable 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, and a V6 diesel engine will come out in the summer of 2018. And that will have an all-wheel drive as standard. The vehicles themselves have low-range gearing, and they have an optional differential lock on the rear axle. A fording depth of up to 60 centimeters, so that's really quite a lot, but of course you might want to check before you go in the water. It's got a ground clearance of 22.2 centimeters, and it has a maximum gradeability of 100% with downhill speed regulation, meaning that the X-Class is quite well equipped to cope with a wide variety of off-roading situations. Now it has a towing capacity as well of 3.5 tons should you want to bring a caravan, although if you're going off-road I don't think you will be. Got a lot of safety features like most Mercedes vehicles. It's got a solid car body, high strength passenger cell, and a structure with the front and rear that can absorb energy through well aimed deformation. It's got passive safety such as 7 airbags. It's 3 driver assistance systems at the ready, so it's active brake assist, lane keeping assist, and traffic sign assist. It's also got a trailer stability assist should you need it, and a tyre pressure monitoring system, emergency call system, cruise control, LED headlamps. You can have a reversing camera, which I think is a good idea myself, but then again in a vehicle like this, yes, of course you're going to need it. You're going to see what's out the back. You've got the camping pod on it. It's also got the possibility of 360 degree camera. They're great, and I'm glad to see this actually coming in, even though it's only optional at the moment. What do you think of the way it looks? Now obviously this is just a matter of taste, but it does look somewhat like other SUV models from the company. It's got a centrally positioned start, it's got a twin louvre radiator grille, high and powerful honed bonnet, and the headlamps extending from the wings. and you can see the inside, for example, it's got what Mercedes have termed spaciousness and puristic modernity. And it's quite comfortable as well. It's got these ergonomically shaped cushions, and which should, I hope, protect your back over long distances in rough terrain. Precise suspension tuning, at least that's what it claims, and it's got a comprehensive seal concept which ensure that noise and vibration levels are comparable to those with a passenger car. Of course, you don't normally take passenger cars through mountains in the desert. It's got communication modules, integrated SIM card, and lots of other features of this nature. Now, one thing I will mention, of course, is the pod on the back. So this one that they've actually developed comes from the bodybuilder Tisha. It's got quite a good, comfortable, I suppose, sleeping system into the alcove, which is 150 centimeters wide. It's got 2 meters headroom. It's got a kitchen, 3-burner gas stove, and 3 seating positions inside. You can have a look at the one actually I filmed at Dusseldorf Caravan Salon in August 2017, although that was of course on a Ford, but what they'll be doing for the Mercedes as well will be very similar. You can also have a second bed should you want, and a fold-away wash basin, swiveling toilet unit, and within that you can make a shower in there as well. The clever thing about these pickup units is that there always seems to be more room than you'd get if you had a camper van and trying to do the same thing. Of course, they are quite high, which is the benefit of them. And they've also, Mercedes on the X-Class, have also developed this pull-out module, which has been developed by Van Essen Mobile Camping. It weighs about 250 kilos and got fully equipped kitchen with a cool box, cooking and washing up facilities, space for crockery, supplies, food, and all the rest of it. Van Essen also, so if you want to do something like that, you can put a roof tent in. Right, so that gives some brief look at one of the things I'll be seeing at the CMT Trade Fair in next week, and but if there's anything you want me to film while I'm there, you've got to let me know in advance, because there's so much to do and see and all the rest, and then you've got to be patient because it takes me ages to get through the amount of material I've got. Now, Dusseldorf Caravan Salon, that was in August, it's now January, and I still haven't got through the films I prepared, so you know it takes me ages to do these things, but I'll get there eventually. And at the same time, if I make a suggestion, if you're interested, have a look at I produce a weekly newsletter which is called Motorhome Full-Time, and you find it at motorhomefulltime.com, and it comes out, it's got lots of new information and things of this nature, and it's easier for me to write things down than it is to actually film, because filming takes a little bit of preparation. So please have a look at that as well, and I'll try and keep you informed, and I'll do my best, and let me know. Right, see you, bye.